Oh, it's working now. It wasn't before. I don't know why. I crossed the street and see where I am now. You remember that big pencil in the sky in Washington? That's always a landmark. I don't know what to do. Oh, there's a little better lighting. So I want to make sure you hear me. I started a video just a few seconds ago and it never made it. It just trying to reconnect. So I walk across the street and I guess it's all Homeland Security. Yeah, they must have so much crap in the air that screws up Wi-Fi and cellular phones and everything. So let me say, I assume you hear me. Oh, Don, you hear me okay? That's nice. Well, I often thought, like actually the title I put up there now is something that I thought of because somebody wrote or somebody commented on in a not in the Let's Go Help Facebook group, but in YouTube about people say who use my stuff that they haven't gotten anything. Well, I'm sure that's true. and then when I think about it, and I thought about this for years, I always thought that what I sell is diet books. When you see in our country, we spend gazillions. I mean, I put billions in the headline. I didn't look up what it is. It's probably hundreds of billions. It's a huge industry, right? That people are selling weight loss products and programs and all this stuff for people to lose weight, and also get rich quick schemes, right? You're going to make $1 billion doing this. You'll never have to worry about working again in your life. And there's billions of dollars to be made. And these are people, I mean, America is wonderful at marketing. We know how to sell stuff. We spend more energy and talent on trying to get people to buy stuff instead of creating something that's of value. And what happens is, and I used to sell more like that too, because I only had a minute to tell people what I have. I mean, you buy television time. Back when we had only a dozen networks or whatever it was very expensive. So to educate people, I have to say it in 60 seconds. And I'm not going to tell you all the problems there are in doing this stuff and trying to use these programs. And so people buy it. Oh shit, this is hard. And so they don't get anything. And that's true. That can happen because it is hard. And that's why I like what I do now. It takes effort. The same way with the weight loss, man. I mean, get rich quick schemes and weight loss, my favorite book title for weight loss was Thinner Thighs in 30 Days. That's what people want. They don't want to hear that, oh yeah, you're going to have to change the way you live. You're going to have to do this forever. You're going to fall off. You're going to go back on. It's going to be hard. You're going to have to change your lifestyle. And they just want to take a pill, do something. Have thinner thighs in 30 days. And that's what sells. Because we all want something easy. I'm the same way. But for the important things in life, you got to get off that bandwagon, I think, and realize that this takes a lot of effort to do anything that's important in your life. And if you're not ready to put in the effort, it probably won't happen. You'll just go from one scheme to another, hoping that this one will finally do it, and some smooth-talking salesman will get you and convince you that it is, because look at all these testimonials and all that. You can always get people to say anything to be stars. I remember one infomercial I did. Went out to California to do the thing, and they had an audience, a studio audience, that they came in and to watch the infomercial being done. And then at the end of the infomercial, what they did is went by and got reactions from the people in the audience about the product. And you got like $10 to do it and $50 if they used you in the commercial. Well, now what do you think happened? Somebody would say something, oh yeah, Let's Go is very great. And then the next person, that wasn't too good. I could do better than that. And so it was like an arms race. There were people that get their $50. Oh, let's go walk some water. Man, this thing is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my whole goddamn life. It saved my grandmother. It saved my mother. It saved my kids. It saved, yeah. Yeah. It just, we live in a crazy day. And that was 20 years ago or whatever. It's always, that's just how America sells stuff. And that's why and particularly my stuff now, I'm not trying to be the king of the world or anything like that. Just trying to, I know this stuff is real, but it takes work, and I'm willing to put in, that's why I'm not looking to grow quickly or any of this stuff. I just want to get real stuff out there for people to use it. It may or may not work, but it has at times, and you have to learn it, and it doesn't come easy. And that's what I'm trying to do, is educate people about all this stuff. And it's not going to, if it is easy, God bless you. Otherwise, you're going to have to bust your butt at it. And anything in life, I mean, whether it's a diet, you're not going to lose 10 pounds by Thursday for the prom. Yeah, it's a lifestyle change. I learned that. I used to be a short, fat kid, and I was 30 pounds. I got out of the Navy, and wow, and until I started running every day of my life now for, 50 years or more. And that's the only thing that did it. And that's a pain in the butt. And the only thing about running every day or anything, the best part is stopping. When you're finished, you feel you accomplished something, and you did it. But starting, especially the weather was cold today, oh God, I don't want to do this. And all this stuff, I mean, it's broccoli, I hate broccoli. So, but it's eating your eating your vegetables or whatever in life. None of us want to do it because ice cream tastes a hell of a lot better. And the people who know that, who make that stuff, know that. And we all got trapped in it. So I don't know the answer. We all struggle trying to get through this goddamn life. And nobody has the answer. You have to find the answer that works for you. I think it's all different for different people. But it's going to be a struggle no matter what. And that's why you got, to me, is pick and choose the important things. If you're doing so many things that are important, the good stuff that you have to do in life or want to do if you want to be financially successful or secure or whatever, you have to find something to do that you really like doing, because it's going to be a pain in the butt. If you're doing it just for money, if it doesn't come quickly, and 99 out of 100 times it won't, so then you're going to go on to something else and waste money and waste time or whatever. And you're still going to have to fail a lot no matter what you do. So that's why I think it's best to start failing in the areas that you think are worth spending time at. I see all the jobs I didn't like were like bad dates. You pick them up at the door and you go out and you look at your clock. Oh, it's only been an hour. I thought it was midnight already. And that terrible date feels like terrible. And now a great date, all of a sudden it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Where did the time go, right? So why isn't our life like that? Why does it have to be like going to the dentist or whatever? Now it takes effort, to have something in a life that feels like, oh man, time is nowhere. What happened? It's 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm still working. That to me is the greatest joy in life, to be expending your energy on something you think is important. And it's not easy to do. It takes effort, and there's ups and downs or whatever. But working towards that is the most important thing, I think, in life. Even if you don't have it now or whatever, is that what can you do to take one step towards that? you know, and I think it's looking at opportunities, and it's not Googling how to make $1 million. No, all you're gonna get, people want to sell you something that won't make $1 million except for them. So go to places that are free and helpful, and let's go. I have a surprise for you. You'll post pics in the Feb. Whoa, the Feb. What? I don't know what that is. Go things like your Career One Stop is a great place to do it. Look for nonprofits that are in your area. You want job training, find out how to get that. There's going to be a lot more job training money, particularly if Biden gets in. You know, there certainly will be. And I think no matter what, it's going to happen at state level too. There's still a lot now in the Facebook groups. Okay, yeah, okay, and so get the skills, train for new careers, start helping people do something that you want to do. Do it for free. Start learning. See where the opportunities are. Go volunteer in a hospital if you want to be in the medical profession, or in a nightclub if you want to be a go-go dancer, whatever. To get a foot in the door. That's I did the video I did right before this on the good one. I did it a couple hours ago. In that description, if you're not a Let's Go Help member, in that description there's a how-to video in the description you could download that shows you how to find all this stuff. It's a basic lesson on how to find all the stuff that's in your area. Okay, so it's a step-by-step guide for finding the grants. Okay, and all the help that's out there. So you don't go round and round in Google and get nowhere. That's what happened. Oh, look at all these people here. Okay.
Hi there, bye.
Yeah, it's nice when you're just like this. People treat you nice anywhere I go, and that's a nice thing. Man, I didn't have the courage to do this till I was in my 50s or something like that, and boy, it's been inside me. What I call it is sort of living inside out. This is me inside, so bringing it out, and then I lost millions of dollars, to tell you the truth, when I started dressing real weird. But then I got through all that, and then I made more than I could before. Yeah, because I was thrown off TV shows and everything when I was doing a lot of TV shows. You can dress like a clown and talk about helping people. Hey, look at that. See the guy? Oh, I see. It's Halloween. That's why people. I forget. People don't realize I dress like this every day, not just Halloween. And that's it. But it is, when I started wearing this now, after about 4 or 5, 6, 7 years wearing it, then they wanted me to wear the suit coming on TV. When I started wearing it, you can't wear that on TV. I was thrown off home shopping and all kinds of stuff, and that was worth a lot of money to me. But it was just in my heart. And so if things coming from your heart, you will do what has to be done. If things are coming from your pocketbook or all that kind of stuff, it's not the same, and you're doing it to impress other people and stuff like that. There's still that. I mean, we'll never get rid of those bad qualities we have. We still, are stuck with that till we die, the good and bad of us. And it's just how to, work on making the good come out more. I think that's what it is. Because we're all assholes. We all do bad shit, everything, and there's no way out of it. At least for me, it's just to fight it and realize it, and set up your situation so it's you don't have to do the bad stuff. And it doesn't come easily, and that's why we keep buying get-rich-quick books and diet books and keep getting poorer and fatter. So you got to take one step at a time, and that's what I hope Let's Go Help does, is give you a place that, glad I haven't missed the whole thing. Better late than never. Good, Emily. Nice to see you there. Yeah, that's what Let's Go Help. So where do I go for this? Where do I go for that? And look at the last video I did on YouTube because that has a free, training on how to find all the grants in your area, and start learning how that is, because Google is still, it's like eating ice cream when you got to eat broccoli. The problem is, though, it wastes your time, and you think that that's the reality, and it's not. Now with all this fake news and stuff like that, you see, man, there's a whole lot of different ways of doing things, and that's it. And you're only one. You don't need a million people. And that's the other thing with Google, is they're showing you what the accepted norm is. Well, the accepted norm is not an opportunity. It's if everybody's doing X, then there's not an opportunity for you, because there's no more room. The important thing is that you find the opportunities, and so they're the things that everybody is not doing, and that's what you have to find. So that's why you don't want to Google what's the best thing for this. That's fine if you're trying to find a candy bar or whatever the hell it is, but it's not for opportunities in life. It's there doing the research, investigating, trial and error. We're all scientists with our life. We're all artists with our life. We have to put a brush stroke on the canvas and see what that looks like, and then put another brush stroke on that canvas, and that will turn into something else. And before you know it, you have something, you build a life that doesn't even know is there. I never knew, growing up in the 50s, 60s or whatever, that, boy, you could get stuff from the government for free and sell it for as much as you can. Never taught me that. Never taught me that in business school and or growing up anywhere. No, we've always lived in a neighborhood, everybody was in the business, lots of Jewish people and all business. How do you buy things for one thing and you put a markup on it and sell it for another thing. I get all my stuff for free and sell it for as much as I can. That wasn't the business model that I was taught, and that's why things change too fast in our society for you to rely on things that you were taught anymore, because that doesn't work anymore. It's a whole new ballgame. And that's the last 10 years I've been figuring out how to get this information to people in new formats. And it literally took me 7, 8, 10 years to figure it out. It looks like I've finally figured it out more. So that's why I'm looking forward to growing again and keeping this, because I got about 15 more years yet to put up with my tacky jokes. My popcorn. Swan, thank you for always so outgoing, and I'm glad to make it like you. Go ahead. Just keep trying, man. Keep failing. I've had 2 marriages that failed. I had 2 businesses that failed. That's the only way you get good at stuff, is trying it and see how stupid you really are. The world tells you how stupid you are, so you don't have to go and have somebody pay somebody to do it. You get that for free. What's out there for new LLCs? Well, it doesn't matter if you're an LLC or not. Go out and find opportunities, try things. Go out and say, hey, I think people will buy this. And just dream up what the hell it is and go ask somebody to buy it. If they don't buy it, then, well, if you really think it's good, then think of more ways that you maybe want to sell it. And that doesn't work well, then think of more ways to sell it. And just start fishing better ideas. Don't spend money doing it, because you don't know. I don't know. Nobody knows. And if you keep spending money doing something, unless you have a lot of money, fine. You spend all the money you want. If you don't have money, spend none, because it's going to take you the same amount of time, and you won't be broke, and you'll finally find something. You keep trying, trial and error. You're like the mad scientist down in the basement cooking up something. Sometimes you'll blow up the basement. But if you're not trying stuff, you won't figure out what it is. Okay, it is cold out here today. Okay, I got to keep moving so I stay warm, old and warm. That's one thing that's why old people go to Florida. It's warm. I guess something in the blood doesn't circulate. I don't know. Florida sounds boring to me. Thank you for all the information. Unlike politicians, politicians. I could never do that. That's sort of like being having a job. I wake up every morning, man, I can't wait to wake up. I can't wait to do what I want to do and have control, and I don't, and you know, it's, I think control of your life is the biggest, you know, God is the biggest, is the best thing in life, is the most selfish thing in life you can do. We all work for somebody. I work for all you guys, you know, to try to help, but I really commit every day myself how to do it. And that I feel very fortunate and selfish that I'm able to do that. And that's what I feel I would be, go postal doing anything else and have to hide that and sit on all that stuff. It would come out somewhere else in bad ways. You go home and you can't love people because you're miserable all day doing something you don't like. And I just feared that so much. So thank you for letting me do this, because if I'm not helpful to anybody else, I got to think of something else. Okay, I'll talk to you soon.